Y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for stopping by. As you can hear, I'm still fighting a bit of the COVID, but y'all, I am feeling so much better. So I wanted to give you a little update, which I will do as soon as you like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and hit that notification bell so you can keep up with the shenanigans. First of all, let me thank everybody who reached out, sent messages, sent well wishes. Thank you all so much. It all meant so much to me and the intern both. We are both feeling much better. We haven't tested yet to make sure that we're negative, but we are definitely both on the upswing. So thank you so much for your kind words. We're feeling better. We're doing better. I've been working the whole time. The intern is going back to work tomorrow. So things are looking up here. So y'all, I have a pile of books. Hang on, I'll show you here on the floor. So I wanted to do a quick book haul and just kind of visit with y'all and see how everybody's doing. I don't know how long my voice is going to hold out, so I'm going to dive right in and tell y'all about these books that I got. Now, like I said, it's just a quick little haul. It's not a ton of books, but I wanted to go ahead and get through this because school's about to start back and y'all, things are going to get crazy. So let's go through these books. Let me show you what I got and tell you what I think maybe I know about them. So in no particular order, you know what? No, I take that back. We are going to go in a particular order. We're going to start with the ones I think I know something about. So y'all remember that we read Caraval? Well, let me find it now. I got the sequel to Caraval, which is called Legendary. Y'all look, it's a normal name. It's Legendary. It's not like anything weird that I'm pronouncing wrong. It's just Legendary. So this is the sequel to Caraval. And y'all remember, I put off reading Caraval literally for years because I kept calling it the wrong name. And I was like, if we read this together, I'm going to call it the wrong name the whole time I'm talking about it. And I was so nervous that I just kept putting off reading it. Finally read it, absolutely fell in love. It is completely magical. And we talked about it when we read Caraval, that it's the first book in, I don't even know how many, 3 or 4, maybe 5 books. And then there's like a whole nother series that's a spin-off of that. So we got a bunch of books to read. So Legendary is book 2. And this picks up where Caraval left off. And this is one of those, I got to be careful and not spoil book 1 by talking about book 2. But you'll recall from book 1. So book 1 is about our friends, our characters go to this sort of magical celebration, Caraval, and something happens and one of them ends up promising something to save them. And so now this is, I believe, this is the sort of how that plays out, what happens, because is it Donatella Dragna? Yeah, Donatella Dragna has made this promise. So now she has to like live up to her obligation. So that's what happens in Legendary. So I'm guessing we're going back to Caraval, y'all. I don't know. I have not read it yet, but that is my guess because that's the deal that she made. So Legendary. I don't know why I just held that up in front of my face. Legendary. That is book number 2 is book number 1 in our haul. Let's talk about these ones. So y'all remember we read Done and Dusted. This was about the rodeo cowgirl, like the Amy Clementine Ryder is her name, and she's like an accomplished bull rider or something. She's a rodeo competitor. And she's come home to her small town, and they're all like, folks are all like, aren't you going back out on the circuit? Well, we loved the book, we loved the characters, did not like the sex in the book, like the way that, just didn't like it. Well then, so I, kind of said my piece about that. Well then somebody said that they didn't recall the other books in the series being like that. So I was like, oh, well, let's get Swift and Saddled and see how that one is. So I have no idea what this is about other than I assume it's going to be some kind of small town romance, like on a ranch with cowboy kind of stuff. And I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some open door things happening. So, because y'all, this was seriously like open door, pull up a chair, eat some popcorn. So I'm sure this one is gonna be the same way. But I'm gonna give it a shot because I really enjoyed I enjoyed everything about this book except that. And there was a lot of that in here. So we're gonna give Swift and Saddled a shot and just see how it goes. Plus, look how cute the covers are. Can y'all see those? Look how cute the covers are. So if nothing else, it'll look cute on my bookshelf. So that's those. We talked about this, Ali Hazelwood, Not in Love. I ordered it, and I told y'all I had ordered it, but it finally came in, so it got stuck in a stack. I love Ali Hazelwood. Y'all, Ali Hazelwood is the absolute queen of STEM. And this book does not deviate from that a bit. So I have heard that this is it does deviate from her normal, like it's a bit steamier than her normal, which look at the cover. I mean, even just the cover is steamy. But I believe what happened was our female main character gets her dream job in a STEM field. She's like a biochemist or food biologist or something. Gets her job working for like the best company in the field. And then he shows up and his company is coming to take over her company. So they're like rivals or something, and he's hot and she has the hots for him. So of course he's off limits and wildness ensues. So I'm thinking it's like a like corporate competition kind of thing, and like they want each other but they can't have each other, but which is a very Ali Hazelwood thing. Like the characters that you want to get together are in some kind of situation so they can't get together, but I'm thinking that's what this is going to be. So that's those. And y'all, we really don't have very many books to talk about. This is going to be a quickie. Devney Perry. I have no idea how I ended up on this author. I believe it's a female. I'm going to call it she regardless. So I don't know how I ended up on her. I believe it was one of those like found a book on Amazon and then was like looking at the list at the bottom that were like people who bought these books also bought those books. And you know how you do that? You end up down a rabbit hole and like, 20 minutes later you're reading about, I don't know, cats and dogs getting along together. Well, Devney Perry has a bunch of different series with a bunch of books in each one. So I was like, ooh, if we like her writing, that could be a whole nother world. So I had to like pick between which one I wanted to, like which series we wanted to start on. And I came across Crossroads, which I believe this is the one in Montana or somewhere like that. So our female main character ends up going home, like going back to the ranch where she swore she'd never go back to, because the only way to save, I think it's like the family ranch, and the only way to save the family ranch is for her to go home to it. And going home to the family ranch means going home to this boy that, of course, broke her heart. So they have to work together, which like they swore they never would again. But the only way to save like their family's legacy or whatever is for them to work together. So, and like I said, I think it's in Montana. So I figured that's going to be, look at how cute the cover is. So I figure it's going to be beautiful sceneries and, like sweeping landscapes and kissing and all that kind of stuff. So of course it's going to be grumpy sunshine, right? It's going to be, well, we're like friends / lovers to enemies they got to end up back together, right? So that's Crossroads. And this is the Haven River Ranch series. Well then, whilst I was clicking, I came across Christmas in Quincy. Y'all know I am a sucker for a Christmas book. I don't care when it is. So this is going in, and our like to read at Christmas stack is already this big, but this is going in our to read at Christmas stack, Christmas in Quincy. So this is a prequel to the Edens, because I was like, well, we can't jump into the middle of a series and read just the Christmas book. It's the prequel. So it came before all the other books. So we can in fact read it. Now this one I think is maybe set in California or something. So it is not the prequel to this series, but I wanted to start this series and I wanted to read the Christmas book. So I got them both. So, and again, look how cute this one is. So we got some Devney Perry. I'm probably saying that completely wrong, and it's probably a dude and I'm calling him a chick, but whatever. Let's talk about In the Likely Event. So this is Rebecca Yarros. Y'all, we know her from Fourth Wing. She's our friend. This is something about, this is not dragons. Look, folks are flying and it's not on a dragon. They're in an aeroplane. So our main characters meet on a plane. Plane goes down. Bad things happen. And I believe like their lives go, you know, sort of separate ways and they continue to cross paths. Like he's a cop or some military thing and she's in politics. And their lives continue to cross paths until they, is that what it is? They continue to cross paths, but like they can't, for whatever reason, like they don't get together until they end up somewhere like Afghanistan or somewhere and he has to protect her and then things get spicy. So that's all I know about this one. In the unlikely of, in the likely event. Did I say unlikely event before? In the likely event. Is it a second chance if you've never had a first? It's a valid question. All right, so we got those. The Veiled Kingdom, y'all, so as much as I didn't know about any of those books, I know not a thing in the world about this one, but look at how cute the cover is. Look at the back. So cute. So this is fleeing my father's cruelty, the wicked king who robbed me of a future. I face death in the streets, caught between a rebellion and a tyrant's reign. What? Yes, please. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's some kind of fantasy. Are there pictures? Oh no, it's just like chapter end cards or something. This looks fancy and I'm so excited. Seriously, I, again, don't know how I ended up on this one, but I thought the cover was so beautiful, I couldn't help myself. So if it's awful, it's just gonna end up as a face out on my shelf upstairs and I'm gonna be happy with it. Look, there's the upside, like the right side up, and there's the upside down. So cute, love it. All right, I really don't know anything about it. Captured by those sworn to kill me, the rebels remain blind to my true identity. The missing daughter of the despised king. Faced with an impossible choice, I stand before them, join the rebels or face their blades. Always join the rebels. Always join the rebels. Always. Given a choice between rebels and anything other than cake, join the rebels. I mean, if you have the option of cake, take the cake. But The House Next Door, Anne Rivers Siddons, somebody said to read this book, so I got it. And it's something about, I think The House Next Door is haunted. Who does not need a book about a haunted house next door? Yes, something about, it's in like the suburbs of Atlanta, which I was like, oh, that's fun. Because, you know, that's where my people are. Something about these folks have their house and then the vacant lot next door gets built on. And then I think like bad things happen to everybody, like every family that moves into that house that gets built next door. So there's something about The House Next Door that, oh yes, haunting is the description. Can y'all see that? So yeah, something about the house next door like haunts people. So that's haunted. All right. We got, y'all, The Devil Wears Black. So this one is something about, I feel like I'd start every one of these with something about, our female main character is living her life. And her either ex-boyfriend or ex-fiance, who's is like Chad Black or something, he shows up and to ask it. Maybe they're friends or something. Shows up and asks her because I'm thinking they must be friends because he comes and asks her a favor. That I think maybe his dad is dying and his dad's last wish is to see them either together or back together or something. So he, the ex-dude, Black, asks her to like masquerade as his fiance. So they do the whole like fake engaged thing. Yeah, they were together, like they were engaged or something. And so she does it thinking that it'll be, I think, thinking that it'll be fun to mess with her ex. And of course she's still in love with him. So there's that whole like, she's tortured by the whole pretending to be fiancés because they're not together. And, you know, I'm assuming one thing leads to another, but look how cute the cover is. I know, I'm judging books by covers. So that's that. I think this might be one of those that this author has a bunch of books. Yes. So, oh, yeah. So this is the author of the Sinners of Saint series and then All Saints High, which that's new adult books. So, you know, like young 20s books, which as immature as they are, I like those. Like that's the, remember The Deal, that like hockey player book that I loved? That was new adult. Like much of what we read is new adult. So I was thinking if we like this, we might like her and read more of her stuff. So then we got Runaway Love. Now, this is ridiculous. I got this for the dumbest reason. Y'all look it. I got it because look how cute this is. I know. Could y'all see that? I forget to do this and make things focus. I know. So here's the dealio. I believe this is our main character is a single dad and needs a nanny. And this like hot leggy runaway bride shows up in town. And he's like, there's no way would be a good nanny. I'm not going to hire you. Well, he hires her and she like wows everybody. And he's like, there's no way this is a good idea. So that's all I know. And y'all, I seriously bought it because look how cute it is. Look at how cute it is. So if it's really bad, it would absolutely serve me right because I think it wasn't even cheap. So, yeah. It would serve me like not even judging a book by its cover, judging a book by its like binding. It's not even the binding. It's like I don't even know what that's called. The page bits. So I know. These are gonna be good. These are 100% guaranteed to be fantastic because they're Elsie Silver. We love her. Powerless. So this is the next one in the, I had to look, Chestnut Springs series. So we have Flawless, Heartless? Yeah. And then Powerless. This is, y'all, I have to read it to you. So this is, of course, a hockey player. To Jasper Gervais fans, he's the handsome, talented hockey heartthrob on TV. But to Sloan, he'll always be the lost boy with the sad eyes and heart of gold. Does that sound like anybody that we love? He's got a heart of gold but leads with his fists. Benji. Y'all, the other day when I was like relatively sick, I was sick with COVID. Remember I told you that one of the intern's friends borrowed my Beartown books? Well, she's on book 3 and the intern's been stuck in the house for a week, so he hasn't seen her. And just all of a sudden I was like, oh my God, you have to check on Sarah. And he's like, why? Is she sick? I said, no, she's reading Beartown. And he's like, what? And y'all, seriously, I burst into tears talking about Benji. And I was like, and then when you think you're okay. And then I said, I can't tell you what happens just in case you haven't had your heart completely destroyed by the series. But he just, so funny. He's looking at me and he's like, maybe don't talk about it if it's gonna make you cry. I know. Yeah, I seriously wasn't even like reading it, wasn't looking at it, nothing. Just the thought of, like, it wasn't even somebody else talking about it. Like, it happened in my own brain, and I like just melted right then, which I could blame on the COVID, but it's really not. It's because I'm still to this day so obsessed with Benji Ovich. And that, my friends, is why no other book will ever be a 5 to me. But maybe Jasper Gervais will be our new Benji, because he'll always be the lost boy. I mean, that's Benji, with the sad eyes and heart of gold. Now, I mean, he's a hockey player, so he's got to lead with his fists. So we'll give it a shot. We'll see what we think. And I have no idea what happens in this book, but that's all I needed to, like, that's literally as far as I made it. And I was like, Benji. And then I bought the book. So, Powerless. And we have Off to the Races, which is another Elsie Silver. Look how cute. So this is Gold Rush Ranch, and it's something about our main character has to go back to, this is another one of those go back and save the family ranch books. So Vaughn Harding heads from the city to small town Ruby Creek, intent on revitalizing the family's ranch. Because his granddad died unexpectedly. Granddad was running the ranch. Granddad dies. Somebody's got to take over and run the ranch. And I think that there was some kind of scandal, like something happened. So he goes back to the ranch and hires some trainer to like train their best horse or something. And of course the trainer is female. So that's where the, Elsie Silver magic comes into the whole thing. So we have now, I haven't done Elsie Silver racehorses before. So we've done, oh no, I was going to say we've done Rodeo. Did we do Rodeo with her? Yeah, I think we did do Rodeo with her. But now we're doing racehorses. So that's going to be super fun. So I'm a moron. It's off to the races. I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. All right. So we're going off to the races with Elsie Silver. Then we have The Broken Protector. So this one, our main character, I believe her name is Delilah, moves to small town North Carolina for a new job, or moves to small town North Carolina and finds a new job. Not sure which came first, the chicken or the egg there. But so she meets the town sheriff and falls for him. And he apparently is like some like hottie nerd. And they mess around, and then something like there's some kind of mystery, some dead body mystery happens, and he becomes very protective of her, but apparently he has some issues. So he is the broken protector. So drama ensues when I think she doesn't want to be protected, like she wants to be involved in the solving of the mystery, and he wants her to stay out of it and be safe. I think, I'm not sure, I don't really know, but look how cute it is. I know, y'all, seriously, I bought half these books because the covers are cute, and the other ones I bought because either I had read the first one or I'd read other things by the authors. I know, it's that kind of party. Speaking of reading things by the authors, my last books in my haul are by my friend J.D. Bowen. Y'all, I've had these books for a while. I've read them. All of these are available. I'm the worst at telling this, but all of these books are available on Kindle Unlimited. So these are the John Archer series by J.D. Bowen, and they are Hostile Takeover, Red Herring, National Hate Crime, and the most recent one, Tennessee Waltz. And John Archer, our hottie hero in the book, is a former special forces guy turned homicide detective. And that's what all the books are about, is about John Archer out doing like detectiving things. And you notice that they're not like, look at the difference between a John Archer book and like these books. So I've talked to my friend, the author, J.D. Bowen, about these, and he says that he wrote these books because he got so tired of, he would start reading a book on a flight and get like 3/4 of the way through it and not finish it because there was just like additional stuff in the book that didn't need to be there. So for his John Archer books, he just stripped out everything that isn't action. So y'all, these books are so action-packed and they move so quickly. So if you're looking for a book that will like run you straight through, John Archer's the guy for you. So check out J.D. Bowen's books. Like I said, they are all, you can buy them like obviously physical copies. As I mentioned, mine are all like dog-eared and have been in the drink. I've read them in the bathtub, so they're so chewed up that I was like, all right, I need a new, like, fresh-looking set. So I got me a new nice set. These are, I'm not going to read these. These are going on the bookshelf, and I'm going to just keep reading my other set that I have. Plus, I can read them on Kindle Unlimited. But check them out on Kindle Unlimited or buy you a set and let me know what you think. And y'all, I believe that is it for the world's shortest book haul. As always, let us know, first of all, let us know if you've read any of these, especially the ones that I don't know anything about. I'm really intrigued by this one. I really want to like her stuff. Devney Perry, kind of mostly because I know nothing about her, and I don't know, I got sucked into the descriptions of her books on Amazon, and then of course like I went through like Fable and the Storygraph and all of those Goodreads and read descriptions and got sucked all the way down a rabbit hole reading descriptions and reviews of her books, and I'm completely ensorcelled. So I want so much to like them, so let me know. Let us know in the comments if you know anything about these books, if you know anything about any of these books. And as always, let us know what you're reading. And let us know what you're excited to read for the fall. Y'all, it's almost fall, so let us know what you're excited to read for the fall. Y'all, thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you made it this far, we are most definitely friends. So go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you can keep up with the shenanigans. I upload food and fitness videos at the beginning of every week with some book videos sprinkled in between. See you on the next one.